Just about 2 miles is the chip. They're moving forward. They're off. Racing then for the Betway Queen Mother Champion Chase. They have 13 fences to jump. They begin with 4 in a row, and there's 5 in a row battling for the lead here. Fence number 1 on the right, Editeur Du Gite. Red colours was just in front. The blue jacket, Energumene, running in second place. White colours of Nube Negra is next. They're already at number 2. Behind these, extreme outside, is Fumable Civila, red and white stripes on a black jacket. Behind those, Grenadine in pink. The beige colours, Captain Guinness, goes the shortest way round, hugs the inside. Edwardstone, the second favourite, is alongside. They're very well bunched. There's only about 4 lengths between them as they come to fence number 3. And Niall Houlihan on Editeur Du Gite. Just in front and down is Fumable Civila, number 5. Fumable Civila is a faller at fence number 3. The others have cleared the 4th. Fumable Civila is continuing and jumping behind the others. Charlie Deutsch is up on his feet. The other 6 then make their way to fence 5. Editeur Du Gite. The red jacket leads. Paul Townend in blue. Energumene travels very strongly the early part of the race. He's a half length behind, running in second place. Behind those, pink jacket is Grenadine and Harry Cobden. Wide out, Harry Skelton, Nube Negra, red stripe on a white jacket. Beige and blue for Rachael Blackmore against the rails on Captain Guinness and Tom Canham. Edwardstone, dark blue jacket, lighter blue sleeves, is the fractional back marker of the sextet which remain as they come on towards fence number 6. Edwardstone a little slower than maybe some of the others. Energumene jumping through to join. Editeur Du Gite in front, and Nube Negra wide has come up with him as well. Here's the water, it's the 7th. Grenadine and Captain Guinness are in 4th and 5th positions, 2 lengths behind those Edwardstone. The first of the open ditches coming up. In blue, Energumene. In red, Editeur Du Gite are the pair that head the Champion Chase field. Both over it okay. Captain Guinness in beige jumps through into 3rd place. Nube Negra and Grenadine together. Edwardstone a length off though, so still they're very tightly bunched as they head up to this next plain fence, heading towards the top of the hill. 4 more to jump from here. The final open ditch will be the next one. And it's the red of Editeur Du Gite and the blue of last year's winner Energumene, who raced together. Final open ditch coming up. Pink colours of Grenadine, the beige of Captain Guinness behind them in 3rd and 4th places. And Grenadine walks through that one. He loses 4th position to Edwardstone. So at the top of the hill, it's all plain fences from here. There are 3 of them to take. The blue of Energumene travelling strongly around the outside of the red of Editeur Du Gite. Right on their tails is Captain Guinness, and here comes Edwardstone creeping closer. He's up into 4th position. Grenadine and Nube Negra the next pair. They're coming down now to the 3rd last. Editeur Du Gite and Energumene continue to be together in front. Captain Guinness is behind those. Edwardstone close up in 4th position. And at the 3rd last fence, still very little to choose between Energumene and Editeur Du Gite. But Captain Guinness coming into it, he's only a half length behind. Rachael Blackmore still holding on to him. Grenadine is behind those. Edwardstone is then back in 5th position, 10 lengths off the leaders. They come to the home turn. Energumene in the blue colours, with now Captain Guinness moving through into 2nd place. But Paul Townend has the advantage here by a length and a half. Captain Guinness switches to the left as they jump the 2nd last fence and didn't jump it too well in 2nd, Captain Guinness. So it's Energumene who's cantering to victory as he comes to the last. He's up and over safely, 6 lengths clear. Captain Guinness in 2nd, Editeur Du Gite in 3rd, Grenadine and Edwardstone just getting over the final fence. Nothing was a match today for Energumene. He's absolutely bolted up in the Betway Champion Chase with Paul Townend, Energumene the winner. Captain Guinness 2nd, 3rd will be very close. Grenadine in the pink has got to a tiring Editeur Du Gite to take 3rd position, and then Edwardstone.
Tony Bloom is the proud owner of Energumene, the dual winner of the Queen Mother Champion Chase. Many congratulations. Now, I know some, even in your camp, were doubting this. What were you thinking?
I don't think anyone in my camp was doubting. We believed in Energumene. He didn't do so well in the Clarence House, but we were very confident coming in here. The rain helped, gave us more confidence, and he ran an unbelievable race.
So what was Willie Mullins telling you in the run-up to the race?
He gave me all the signs of confidence, and so that was good enough for me.
And the rain came. It's a bit like deja vu, isn't it, compared to last year? Not quite as wet, perhaps.
Not quite as wet. I was completely soaked this time last year, but we do like the rain at the Cheltenham Festival for Energumene, and yeah, he looked the winner a long way out. A bit like last year, but last year he had a lot of help because a couple of his main rivals struggled early on. But that didn't happen today. He just showed his class today.
Now, the doubter I was referring to is just over your shoulder there, Keith the Camel. Now, he was saying that he fancied Edwardstone, doesn't he? And were you having none of that?
I persuaded him over the course of dinner that Energumene was a horse to get on, and he believed me by the end of after a few glasses of wine.
I'm glad to hear that. Now, how are you going to celebrate this?
We're going to have a few glasses of wine, maybe a glass of champagne, and then we're off to the Amex for the big derby, the big rivalry at least, Brighton against Crystal Palace, which I'm really looking forward to, 7:30 p.m. kickoff.
Well, I hope you get the big double up.
Thank you very much, so do we.
Many congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. 4 winners at this year's festival, 92 overall. The man, of course, Willie Mullins, with the dual winner of the Queen Mother Champion Chase in Energumene. Right, what made the difference from here, from the Clarence House to here?
I think first of all, Clarence House, he was upset by the white poles. It upset him at the first fence. That upset his rhythm. Today, Paul just said, I'm jumping out and I'm going to attack it from the, he didn't want to make the running, but he's going to jump out right there and attack it from the beginning. And he was just better. I trained him for one race all year, and that was this race. The other races, if he won them, they were a bonus. He won in Cork, disappointed here, and then it was all about getting here today. When you have a horse of that calibre, you just train for one day. Well, that's what I try and do anyway. It's all about champion chase when you have a horse like that, to me.
You were in two minds, weren't you, about whether to come for the Clarence House after it was rescheduled, weren't you?
Yeah, but when it was in Cheltenham, I said that's perfect, to come here. But it's never ideal when races are put back. But so it was great that we came here, got over those white poles, and we, realised maybe we have a little bit more work to do with them. Lots of horses don't mind it. We've had lots of runners here this week, and we've had no problems with them. But at that time, it was just new,
You'd prepared him, I think, didn't you say, with the white poles, but you just think that he needed to do more schooling with them?
Yeah, sometimes, horses can be funny. Some horses would walk out through a bunch of dogs and paper bags blowing around. Other horses would spook at the same bush every morning of their lives. They're just like that, so he's just sort of a little bit in between. But I think he's over all that now. And the fact that the ground came right, the rain came, so everything came right for him today. And Paul was just in a very positive frame of mind going out there.
Yes, you could see that right from the outset. Now, traditionally, on this day, we look back at the Arkle winner and we compare that to the Queen Mother Champion Chase winner. You've got them both.
Yeah.
How do you see them? How do you compare them? Because you said yesterday El Fabiolo is the kind of horse you would like to train for the Champion Chase.
Yeah. So it's nice to have two horses. You need plenty of them in this game. They have a nasty habit of getting injured and going wrong for you all year, So if you have 2 or 3 going for one race, you hope you can get one there, and that's what we try to do.
And in terms of them themselves, how would you compare them in terms of their personalities and how they go over 2 miles?
Ooh, that horse, Energumene, seems to be such a fast jumper. The other fella has such speed. Even though I ran him over, Fabiolo has such speed, I think. That's the difference. He mightn't just be the slickest jumper. Not yet. But he's only had, 4 runs in his life when he has had much practice as this guy. Remember, Energumene came from an English point to point. So he was schooled. I mean, he was Nico de Bonville told me he schooled him in Nicky Henderson's before we bought him.
Yeah.
So he's had huge amount of schooling, and it's just paid off. So it's French horse coming through an English point to point. I'd say it hasn't been done before. Anyway.
Yeah. It would be if you do get them both here on this day next year, it'll be an interesting matchup, won't it?
It will. Wonder which Paul will write. I said I'd ask that question before you asked me.
We've got a whole. I'm not going to ask it now. We've got a whole 12 months. Many congratulations. Yeah. Well done, Willie.
Thank you. Cheers.
Another year, the same results. Energumene has again won the Queen Mother Champion Chase. That looked very easy, was it?
It was, to be honest. We got in a lovely rhythm on him. He took on, after the first 2 fences compared to the last day here, he was taking them on, he was quick at them, and yeah, it was simple. It's just a matter of keeping him in a rhythm after that.
So what was it that was different compared to the Clarence House? You rode him more forward, the ground was a bit different maybe?
He allowed me to ride him more forward because he took on his fences better today, and yeah, looser ground probably helped as well, played a factor in it, but no, he felt a different horse today.
Was there any worry at any point?
We had a little reach for 3 out, I think it was, which you know, in them championship 2-milers, they're supposed to be running like that. So no, it was a dream ride, and I was able to take it all in up the straight, which usually doesn't happen in them championship races.
Now, usually we start talking about the Arkle winner taking on the Queen Mother Champion Chase winner in the following year. You're on both horses. How do you see the two of them, El Fabiolo and Energumene, and compare them as horses and how they are?
I'm not going to be honest. I'm going to enjoy the Champion Chaser at this moment in time.
Okay. And imperious, earlier we didn't get a chance to talk to you. That was silky. That's the word I've been using, but it was, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. That's a good word to describe it. He shows us that on the track every day, and he's backed it up today, yeah.
And Willie was saying that going into the race he was thinking chasing, and then he's thinking champion hurdle. What's your view?
I haven't thought of it. I had a good ride in the next, so I moved on, to be honest.
That's very you. Yeah. Many congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.